Moscow, as the U.S. and Europe boost military aid to Ukraine, Russian authorities have escalated warnings and criticism, arguing the aid is not only fueling the conflict but also boosting the risk of direct confrontation between Russia and NATO powers. In some ways, Russian criticism over foreign military assistance to Ukraine is not new. Russian President Vladimir Putin seized on the delivery of Western arms to Kyiv as part of his rationale to launch what he insists is a limited special military operation in February. Yet as Russia's stated goals in Ukraine have narrowed to the liberation of the eastern Donbas, the Kremlin's amplified rhetoric reflects efforts to build public consensus for the need of a protracted, if not existential, war with the West. The tendency to pump weapons, including heavy weapons It was the latest in a series of statements from Moscow that the conflict in Ukraine risks spilling into a wider conflict with the West. Peskov was reacting to an appeal by British Foreign Secretary Liz Truss for Western countries to double down on their military support for the government in Kyiv. Heavy weapons, tanks, airplanes, digging deep into our inventories, ramping up production. We need to do all of this for Ukraine, Truss said in a speech on Wednesday in London. On Thursday, President Biden asked Congress to approve $33 billion in aid to Ukraine, more than double what Washington has already committed since the start of the conflict last February. Nearly two-thirds of that amount is for military aid. This week, Germany's parliament also approved sending anti-aircraft tanks to Ukraine. Since the beginning of the conflict, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy has made impassioned pleas for heavier and more lethal weapons to stem the Russian assault. While Western allies have embraced the call for aid, they've been careful to emphasize that their forces will not join the fight. We're not attacking Russia, we're helping Ukraine defend itself against Russian aggression, Biden said in announcing his push for new aid.